Hello everyone, good evening and good morning. Pleasure to welcome you all for this virtual webinar, Oracles. Thank you each and every one of you for being here with us today. My name is Gopal. I'm a principal consultant. I have been working in Doinsys for past 8 years. I'm glad to be a member of Doinsys family. I'm very much honored and delighted to be the host for this wonderful webinar. I like to share some details about Doinsys and Oracles. Doinsys, which has been established in 2006 December, mainly focusing on Oracle solution for business. We support 40 plus global clients and we have 250 employees, among them 80% of Oracle certified. We are involving in Oracle product support, implementation, and cloud migration. We won Great Place to Work certification for a couple of years, got 19th rank on Great India Mid-Size Company and Best Workplace for Women. Doinsys strongly believe sharing knowledge is the key for success. So our employees are really motivated and share their knowledge in Oracle Open World and Sangam. Our team members are greatly involved and presenting. I am glad to share that our company members have written and published various books. Oracles for all Oracle learners to come together to learn from the expertise in the industries. Oracles is a knowledge series where we invite high experienced professionals from the industries to share their expertise in the discussion that is interactive and interesting. Our goal is for Oracles to become the go-to the online resource for trends, technologies, and innovation. It's a pleasure to introduce Gopinath, my colleague, who have 11 plus years of experience in Oracle application support and upgrade projects. He have done many Oracle certification, OCP for Database 12c, OCI, Architect Professional, Database as a series of cloud. He have expertise in Oracle Database, Oracle E-Business Suite, and high availability and data guard. He is currently working as a principal consultant for Doinsys. He is a successful team player. He always ready to give a hand and reach out to his teammates. Moreover, Gopinath show willingness to contribute new ideas and plans. Today, he's come up with a topic, top 15 tips and tricks for Oracle E-Business Suite database, through which he will engaging us for next few hours. Over to Gopinath. Now, Gopinath, please.
Thanks, Gogol. That was such a nice introduction. Just give a minute.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gogol. That was such a nice introduction. And good morning and good evening, whenever presented here. As he mentioned, myself, Gopinath, having line year of experience in Oracle EBS application support and upgrade project, and I'm a OCP certified, OCI architectural professional, and Oracle database as certified in cloud. Expertise in Oracle database, Oracle EBS store, high availability and data guard. Currently working with Doinsys more than 5 years. And as he mentioned, we have a 40 plus of delighted customers throughout the globe, and we have a 250 plus employees. Among 90% are Oracle certified, and we are located in US, India, Canada as well. And we are supporting various Oracle products like EBS, Fusion, Apex, whatever the product you mentioned in Oracle, we deliver the support. And these are all our reputed clients who was really delighted by our services. And our fellow Doinsys are written various 7 books. Among is your data secure. I was co-authored, and Just Relax DBA was co-authored by Gokul. and REST API is co-authored by one of our colleague, Hari Prasad. So if you have a time, just read through these books. It will really helpful for your day-to-day activities. And moving to the topic, the session will enable attendees to understand better the efficient way of managing Oracle ERP application and its database as per the best practice and recommendation. The session will enlighten the audience with the best 15 tips to manage Oracle E-Business Suites. What here we are trying to do is we like to share our experience from our previous project, how easy we can do this support. I mean, if we follow these steps, it will really helpful you to support your production environment in a better manner. It will reduce your risks, and it will ease your supporting environment. So that is what the main objective, and it's all about our sharing the experience as mentioned by Gokul. We domains are really interested to share our knowledge. So without further delays, we can deep dive into the webinar. So point first is fix SQL plan for long running concurrent program. Ensure we do having proper SQL plan was enforced in Oracle, so that it will ensure a smooth run on scheduled request and ensure every week the gather stats is run, so that the optimal plan is chosen by a database. Why we need to enforcing the SQL plan? So,
yeah. Sorry for interrupt. Share the screen.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Please be ensured now it is visible.
Yeah, it's available now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. So yeah, without further delay, we can go to the topic now. So as per point one, as I mentioned, we need to ensure the proper SQL plan is taken by Oracle, so that it the proper runtime will be established. For an example, if you have a daily business critical request which needs to be completed on time, so that we need to enforce a proper plan is always there in Oracle. Because there may be some worst plan also be there. So we have a business critical request which is need to be completed within a time. So enforcing SQL plan will always deliver that. So that the business criticality will not affect. So for that, we need to ensure there is a proper SQL plan and effective space management techniques. So the growth in our EBS suite data volumes varies from several factors, as mentioned in the slide. It highly depends on business growth, expanded implementation and upgradation, proliferation of legacy application, compliance requirement. See, whenever there is a business growth, we need additional storages, right? If you are going to add one operating unit or some regionals, then there will be expected huge growth in our business. So that we need to ensure additional storage. And whenever there will be upgradation and implementation will going to happen, there we need additional storage. So we need to always ensuring those. And legacy application maintenance. As per new categories, there will be large growth in the application and new migrations. Then there is chance of increasing legacy applications. So we need to ensuring the space for our legacies as well. And complaint records. Whenever there will be complaints, there will be additional logs needs to be maintained. So for that also we need to have an efficient space management. So how we are achieving this? We may have purchased additional storages and processing hardwares, and we need to tune the database and application SQL to support our growth models. And we have in-house scripts to purge, archive, or create subset copies. Usually we follow the in-house scripts to purge the log files and archiving the logs and maintaining for the audit purpose. So we do these things. And third point is effective load management in a server. So let's say we have multiple nodes, then the application load should be the application node should separate space for form and reps and concurrent, so that the load will be evenly distributed across the servers. So it will ensure the smoother concurrent completion and smoother experience to the end users. So always ensure there is a separate node for each services. And coming to the fourth point, concurrent manager. So concurrent manager is nothing but process of is going to handle the concurrent request. So how we are optimally utilizing the concurrent manager is always a key for efficient completion of requests. So whenever there is a need, for an example, you have some critical business requests which needs to be completed within a time. In that case, always try to create a custom managers. In my experience, we do create this kind of custom managers for a high critical requests. For example, before US opens, some critical request needs to be completed. So what we create is we create a separate manager for that particular request, and we always ensuring a corresponding work shift for that, and we ensuring that that particular time that manager is taking that corresponding request, so that the database is progress and the request is completed within a time. We are need to ensuring that. How we can do that means with the help of these things. As mentioned, we can able to create a custom managers for separate requests and efficient schedule management using work shift. Usually, most of the environment we do use standard work shift for all the managers. Even for the custom and the standard seeded managers, we are using a standard work shift. So it's not a really bad idea, but to gaining more time efficient, we need to enforce the work shift concepts. For an example, as I mentioned, for this US shift, you can create a work shift called US, and you can assign that shift. That time, particular request you can assign for that particular manager, and you can assign the shift, and you can directly assign some database node for that particular request, so that during that particular time, that particular concurrent manager will optimally utilize the assigned database node CPU utilization, so that the request will run smoothly. So for that only, ensure separate database nodes for business critical requests, which needs to be complete within limited timeline, and allocate sufficient process to managers to avoid waiting times. And this one, separate tablespace for backup tables. See, in past also we have analyzed some databases having some 500 GB or 700 GB of backup tables alone. Because there will be no proper policy enforced in that. So why whenever there is a requirement, developer will create a create start from without a var class. So what happens is it directly accumulate all the spaces in the table space, because some tables are really having 10 GB of space, some having a 20, 25. These are all small chunks, but it will accumulate as a huge space in a database. So we need to have a proper plan for using utilizing the backups, backup tables. How we need to create, how we are really maintaining spaces for these backup tables. That also achieved with the concept of separate table spaces. So this will make ease of purge the backup tables. In simple, we able to drop and recreate to claim spaces in database. Yes, if you don't want the, you can maintain your according to your company policies. You can maintain for every quarter. You can drop and recreate, or half yearly or yearly. You can categorize that. Based on that, your requirement, you can simply drop and recreate so that the space will be claimed. And it is easy maintenance because you are simply dropping and recreating. And create separate schema and which is pointing to this table space, and ask developers to use this schema whenever there is a backup requirement. Let's say create scratch schema and a select star from properly end with where class, so that what happens is whatever the user is trying to create an backup objects, it will directly run to this table space, so that the backup table space will be efficiently managed. And here are the Oracle E-Business Suite database high availability. These are all the best practice which is widely used by industries to ensure high availability in database. Deploy the Oracle E-Business Suite against an Oracle RAC database for the highest availability and scalability. Yes, with the help of RAC, we always use the availability concepts. And if we require, we are able to add additional nodes as well. So always give importance for rack. Enable Oracle Flashback database to provide the ability to rewind the database in the event of serious user errors. In case of any errors, if we have the flashback options, be able to retrieve the lost data. So it is always good to have some flashback features, and use ASM to simplify the provisioning and management of data database storage, because ASM will automatically handle the data files, and it will give the naming, and it will maintain automatically maintained by Oracle. So it is really nice to have a ASM, and use a recovery manager to regularly back up the Oracle EBS database. So ensuring there is at least once level 0 backups, and we have a incremental backups as well, so that in case of any emergency or in case of any failures, we are able to recover. And take a regular backup of Oracle EBS Suite database home, and run a AD pre-clone before taking the backup. Yeah, it's nice to have if you have a regular backup of Oracle EBS homes whenever if you are applying any new patches, etc., etc. It is nice to have if you have this pre-clone before taking a backups. And regularly change all passwords, including the seeded passwords. Usually every quarters we do perform, and we advise clients also, so that the SOX audit complaints also will be ensured. So every quarter, just ensure you are changing apps password and a system password, sys password, and a sysadmin password, so that the audit purpose will be ensured. And monitor memory usage and adjust the workload and parameter accordingly. Yeah, it's nice practice whenever we are logging production services. You just try to watch the memory usage, space, etc. Just ensuring you have an in-house script as well. And configure database dead connection detection to actively remove dead connections in the event of application tier node failure. And also ensuring there is scripts which give you every morning or every shift timings all the inactive sessions, which is not at all which is not active more than one day, so that you can ensuring you are properly clearing those sessions in your database. And gather fixed object statistics for better performance. Yes, as mentioned earlier also, keep a good practice of running every week. You are running a gather stats, so that the optimal plans will be captured. And these are all Oracle application high availability. So the following points are going to illustrate what are the best practices. Deploying multiple application tier services, spread the load across the middle tiers in a load balance configuration, so we can continue in the event of application node failure. If you have a multiple nodes, in case any server is getting down, with the help of other available services, we are able to continue the services, so that the business impact will not be there. We can continue the services. So that's what the idea. And make sure the Apache log files are not on local disk. Yeah, the Apache log file should be in a local disk. It should not be in another mount. The regular backup of application tier file system run pre-clone before taking Oracle EBS backups. So it's nice to have every week we are ensuring application tier backup also be taken care. And adjust the TCP keep alive parameter to reduce the reaction time on the network failure. Yes, this will be a added point, because if there is any lag in network, sometimes user may disconnected from the session. So to overcome that, we need to ensure this TCP keep alive parameter is properly set. And shared Apple Top and Oracle Fusion Middleware homes to reduce the time of needed to deploy the secondary site, and for performing out of place patching, which also should reduce the maintenance time. Yes, as mentioning, if you having more than one node, you should plan for shared application tier, because it will reduce your maintenance timing. Let's say if you have a five or six application tier, so it is really difficult that you are every patch cycle you want go and apply patches in each and every node. It is really time consuming process, and your maintenance also will come tedious. So to work on that, you just ensure there is a proper shared application tier, so that if you are applying a patches in any one of the application tier, it will be shared, because the application tier and common tops is actively shared. So there will be no difficulties. One time a patch application will ensuring every node is applied properly. And configure the concurrent manager using parallel concurrent processing and the balance the work across the RAC instances. Yeah, if you have a multi-node environment, configure the PCP concepts. So what happens is, in case of any node get failure, the load will automatically transfer to the another running node, so that your users won't know that the system got failed. The loads will be automatically loaded. So configure concurrent manager log and out directories in a separate file system folder for the best performance. To see in recent project also we implemented this, because if your environment is really huge, let's say for an example, per day your this system is running around 10,000 or more than 10K concurrent requests. Just think about the log and out file directories. As per audit policy, you should maintain some 90 days of files in your system. Then per day 10,000, 12,000 means, just think about the number of days. For 90 days, it comes around a million, more than a million. So each and every time inserting a log and extracting out also will become a time consuming process, because there is a high chance of IO issues as well. So maintaining a minimal number of files in log and out directory, and you properly purge those, and you just ensuring you are make it available across other folders, or else you can create a separate file system directory, because this IO issues will not occur if you have some manager and out directories in a separate file system rather than included in a EBS file system levels. Instead of that, you just go for the other directories, and also ensuring the file system also minimally used, and you want to maintaining those if you want to maintaining 90 days file, just ensuring each and every day you are maintaining a minimal number of days in the ABPL CSF directory, and remaining and all is properly zipped and it's moved in a separate folders, so that your audit also will be fulfilled and system performance also improved. And always ensuring the CPU patch advisories. Thus, Oracle releases security patches in the form of critical patch updates in each quarters, every January, April, July, and October. CPU. So it always nice to have whatever the latest CPU patches comes, you are ensuring you are applying in every quarter. Let's see further what are the impacts we have. These patches include important fixes for security vulnerabilities in the Oracle E-Business Suite at its technology stacks. So this is what every quarter they are releasing. They are analyzing what are the vulnerability things and what are the risk towards the systems. They are assisting that and they are ensuring. And every quarter they will release the CPU patches. So we always have a good practice of applying every quarters. We just want to go to Oracle support portal and for the CPU advisories is always there. Every quarters go and refer and apply it in your environment so that the vulnerabilities will be reduced. So CPU are only available for certain version of Oracle EBS suite and databases. Therefore, advanced planning is required to ensure supported versions are being used and potentially mitigation controls may be required when the CPU cannot be applied in timely manner. Yeah, it also a good point because all the databases doesn't have any CPU patches. If it is having an extended support or sustained support, you may have issues in getting CPU patches. So to ensuring that you should properly upgrade your databases so that the CPU patches also will be there. You are not in the security vulnerabilities issues. So always ensure you are in a proper versions so that the CPU patches will be ensurable. So below are the list of products which have frequent patches, our Oracle EBS suites and CPU databases and database OJVM PSU, that means Oracle Java Virtual Machine PSUs, and WebLogic Server, Oracle Fusion Middleware Web Tiles, Fusion Middleware Oracle Common Tab, Oracle Java, Oracle Access Manager, OID, SSO. Sometimes they are providing CPU patches for Linux as well. So whenever, according to your environment, just get the detailed products which you have and just ensuring you have a proper patches for that. Nowadays, the Discovery product doesn't have any CPU patches because it's for out of support. So just ensuring your product is comes into this category, and every quarter you just go and refer your product having any latest CPUs, try to apply it in your systems so that the vulnerability risk will be reduced. And moving to the next topic, patching best practices. As everyone know, as a DBA, our one of our primary job is applying patches. So what these patches will going to do? It delivers some bug fixes and it deliver new functionality, sometimes quite significant functionality. That means it will enhance the existing functionality and deliver performance enhancements or just enhancements to the existing utilities. These are all why we are applying a patch means these are all the points, because it is going to fix a existing bug, or it is going to introduce a new functionality, or it is going to enhance the existing utilities. So we can categorize into two categories. One is O patch and another one is AD patches. O patches is mainly for DB, and we are applying a O patches for technology stack as well, because they are giving in the form of O patch also. So as application DBA, you are able to handle both these patches. And whenever we are applying a patches, you need to disable the or defer system-wide database task until the end. Just ensuring all the middleware is getting down in the patching time cycle, and there is no DB task is running until the patch is complete. And create a response file on every password change to ensure non-inactive mode. This will be help you on improving your patching timing, because if you go for the non-interactive mode, there won't be any prompt like what is your patch number or what is your system password or apps password, like that. Those prompting will usually take some time, right? So to overcome that, just go for non-interactive mode. So this is the step to create a default file. So whenever you are changing a password, you just ensuring you are creating a default file so that you can use that default file until the next you can use this same default file whenever you are applying a patch, so that in a non-interactive mode, it will be fastly complete. Let's say if you have a 10 to 15 patches, if you go for an interactive mode, then for 10 patches itself, for each patch you want to spend at least 4 to 5 times. For considering 10 patches, 48 minutes for giving input itself, it will take. So that is why we are suggesting AD default files. It will reduce the time aspects. And also, you should use AD merge. If you have a same AD level and there will be no impacts, you can use this AD merge patches, so that you can merge all the US patches in one patch set, and you can merge all the non-US patches as another patch set, so that you can apply it in as a single patch set. You can apply. So before doing, if you are applying a AD merge utility, you should consider all these points. AD merge utility cannot be used to merge patches on different releases platform. Yes, the AD level should be same, and platform should be the same. AD patches and non-AD patches cannot be merged. Correct. You are able to apply only AD patches. You cannot merge it with non-AD. AD patch can be merged with other AD patches as well. Yes, if you have multiple AD patches, you can merge. If all the code levels are equal, you are able to perform this. And apply NLS patches in hot mode. Yes, to reduce patch time cycle, you can apply all the US patches and you can start the services. Once service is up, you can start applying NLS patches, so that mostly NLS patches will have a copy portions, so it won't affect any, it won't give any issues to the DBS. And use shared application layer. As mentioned, if you have a multiple nodes, try to use the concept of application, shared application layer, so that if you are applying your patch in particular node, that is more than enough. You need not to go and apply for all the node. So one time apply is more than enough. Apply patches to the staged system. Yeah, this is an interesting concept. If you have some storages, if you have storage laboratory, then you can go for the staged system concept. Here, what we do, instead of applying directly to the production, we are creating the same production instance, and we are syncing the database, and we are doing the rsync from applications. So what we do, we apply all the patches to this databases and application. During the cutover time, we just sync the databases. All the details which is updated by AD, you can take an export and you can import it in your production as well. So that what happens is, only you need a minimal downtime is only required, because all the patches are already applied. You are just syncing the database, and you are do the rsync your application, and you just taking a you are just taking the patching tables export, and you are importing in your production, so that it will be in sync, and application also will be in sync. But these are you can't use for some upgradation patches or some rough patches. So you can use staging system for a normal patching activity, so that the downtime will be get minimalized. So use patch wizard properly, because I am also noticing that when in more environment, DBAs are not really utilizing this patch wizards. So if you start using this patch wizard, you're able to download patches, and you able to do a patch analysis. It will be really helpful if you're able to do it in one place, rather than go for apply equal to no. I mean, in AD patch options, apply equal to no. Rather than taking that, you can go for a patch wizard. Only one, there will be only one prerequisite. You need to give you need to have one particular location. Let's say /interface/patches. In that, just create another folder called AD, and place your patches in that AD folder, and you can able to do the recommended analysis, and you are able to do the download patches, just ensuring that folder, that file system folder having enough permission, troublesome permission. And if you are going to download patches, you need to ensure there was internet in your server, so that you are able to input your Metalink credentials. The patches also able automatically downloaded here. So try to use the patch wizard. And here was the screen. As I'm mentioning, you are creating a staging directory. Staging directory here, interface patches, but you are not going to give /AD here. It should be but you should create a AD directory under patches. So staging directory name should be /interface patches. You need to put your patches into AD directory. So here you can see, you can select analyze specific patches and recommendations, and if you want to download, you can go for download options as well. So you can use this properly. It will easy your patching process as well. And here we are going to see one interesting concept called distributing the process task. As we know, there is a multiple node system, I mean multi-tier architecture. During the patches, we are utilizing we are using the only one server's CPU advantages. What I'm saying is, you may go and you are going to apply one patch in one particular node. Remaining nodes are ideal, so that node CPU is not utilizing. So with the help of distributing process, what we are going to do is we are going to run our patch workers across the nodes. That's it. So that we are able to utilize the other nodes CPUs as well. So it directly reduce your patching timing as well. In recent, we also applied one rough patches, which is taken more than 4 hours in a single node. But with the help of this shared distribution, distributed AD concept, we are able to patch within an hour. I think 50 minutes, I guess. So we really reduced 3 hours of downtime. So let's see how it is working. So creating a multi-node system with a shared application tier file system saves patching time, because you are applying patches only once on the primary node. However, when applying a patch that includes a large number of processes that affects the database, you can reduce the downtime even further by distributing the worker process across the multiple servers on multiple nodes. Yeah, as I mentioned, be able to distribute the worker across the nodes. This distributor AD feature of auto patch and AD controller allows you to assign workers to run not only on the primary node, but also on the secondary node that share the application tier file system. So this is also one advantages of having a shared application. And here the steps. See, everything seems to be normal, but whenever you are giving a AD patch, you need to mention that workers equal to 8. That means total number of workers, and local worker equal to 3. That means you are assigning 8 workers for your patching cycle, and in primary node you are allowing 3 workers needs to be run in the primary node. So you are going to the secondary node and you are using ADCTRL distributed equal to Y. So what here it is going to prompt? It is going to prompt the worker range, how much worker you are going to spanning here. So we are going to span, it will prompt on the secondary node. AD controller prompts for the range of workers to start. For example, you can start worker 5 through 8 on a node, enter 5 to 8 in the response to the enter the work range prompt. It means that here you are mentioned you are going to run 8 workers. You already give 3 workers over there. So remaining workers you can give here. So here we need to give 4 to 8. So that particular range of worker is going to start in the node, second node. If you have multiple nodes, you can make a range and you can continue. So that what happens is all the nodes will start running the all other server will start running the patching, so that the worker load is evenly distributed. So now instead of one single server, all 3 server will start running this worker. So that what happens is clustering concept is achieving here, so that the patch cycle is complete fostering. And there is a one node, worker must be in the continuous group. For example, you cannot start worker 4, 6, 8 on one node and 5, 7, 9 on another node. Means to they said you need to give a group of range in a particular node. You can't give odd numbers in secondary node and even numbers in the third node. You can't do like that. You should be in range specific. And most importantly, now we need to concentrate on Java Web Stack, because nowadays most of the systems are going out. Most of the clients are using tablets, so we need to ensure that even Google Chrome also able to run this Java, EBS. So what happens is whenever we are using the apart from Internet Explorer, the remaining browsers is not supporting the NP API protocols. That means Netscape plugin application program interface is not supported by all the browsers. Due to the security violations, they are completely stopped. Chrome, Safari, and Mozilla, these are completely stopped. Even Microsoft Edge also not accepting NP API protocols nowadays. So we, with the help of Java Web Stack, we able to ensure that clients are able to run whatever the web browser they have. So for that, we need to apply some bundle of patches, and we need to do some modification in our profile options and some parameter files. That's it. So the Java Web Stack concept will be able to utilize by our clients and our users. So what is Java Web Stack? Java Web Stack launches E-Business Suite Java-based functionality as a Java Web Stack application instead of as applet. That means instead of applet, this concept Java Web Stack itself will start the applications. So it's a part of Java runtime environment. So what are the new features it have? Technically, there is no new features at all. It is a mature Java technology. That's it. With this version, we are using the first time in Oracle E-Business Suite. By using this form, will open in Java Web Stack application. Earlier, it was using Java Applet. That is what, as mentioned, only JRE is enough to run this feature. So with the help of Java Web Stack, forms now can be opened in Google Chrome and Microsoft Edges. EBS users can launch forms on all browser which does not have Netscape plugin application program interface. That is, NP API plugin support does not require. End user experience will not change. EBS should still requires Java. Java is required, but applet is not required. So here I have mentioned some profile option changes. So JWS does not remove functionality of NP API. However, you only have the option of using any one of them at a time. You can use either JWS or NP API. Either one you can use. If the client using Java 7, then JWS won't work, as it is required Java 8. Yeah, that is the only prerequisite. And you can enable, here you have the document ID for the detailed steps. You need to apply some couple of patches, and you need to do modifications in some parameter files, and you need to enable this profile options. Once you're done, you'll perfectly okay to launch a JWS. So here we are changing the iSize form launcher, and here we are going to mention formlet server config equal to JWS. So here we are mentioning we are going to use this JWS concept. And JWS can be enabled for user level as well. Rather than entire sites, for particular users also, you can able to perform this. So if you're using enable Java web, if you go into yes for some particular users, then those users are able to use this Java web stack. If you keep mentioning no, they're able to use with NP API concepts. So these also achievable. And let's go for big tabs, big file tablespace for undo and the temp as well. Oracle database enables the creation of big file tablespace. A big file tablespace consists of single data or temporary file which can be up to 128 TB. The use of big tablespace can significantly reduce the number of data files for your database. Consequently, there is no disadvantages to using big file tablespace, and you may choose to use big file tablespace to significantly reduce the number of data and the temporary files. Yeah, with the help of big file, the big file itself able to span up to 128 TB. So there is no need of adding small files. We usually have a small file concept. So what we do, the tablespace may extend up to 128 GB or 32 GB, depend upon the environment, and it is going to up to that space. After that, we keep on add the data files to the Oracle, so that the size of the table space is keep on increased. But with the help of a big file, one file is enough. It will keep on span. And when come to undo and temp management, this is really helpful. For an example, we did on migration projects. The undo space, right? Whatever the space we are mentioning, that migration is not successfully completed. It keep on spanning, and it keep on asking some segments. It's not able to span. We almost give us some 300 GB of space as well, but that iteration is not able to complete because it keep on throw snapshot to old errors. So what we did is we just removed the traditional undo methods, and we introduced this big file concept, and that issue was arrested, and that migration was also successful with the help of big file. So if you are going to implement a new databases or concepts, just think about this big file concept. It won't affect any any wrong concept. You can go for big files. It is really easy to maintain a database with the help of big file tablespace. And how to avoid runtimes errors like ORA 15555 and these deadlock errors. We can give some tips over here how to overcome these issues. Do not run discrete queries and sensitive queries simultaneously unless the data is mutually exclusive. Because if you have if you keep on running the sensitive queries, which is the table which is used as commonly shared across the users, then there is a chance of locks, and the query is not able to complete properly. If possible, schedule queries during off-peak hours to ensure consistent read blocks do not need to rollback changes. Yeah, ensure always schedule is ensured in off-peak hours, so that there will be no much interaction or much loads to the corresponding tables, so that the request able to complete smoothly. Use large optimal values for rollback segments. Yeah, as we just seen. Use proper space for this undo and temp size, so that ORA 155 errors won't come. Use a larger database block size to maximize the rollback segment transaction table slot. Yes. Reduce the transaction slot reuse by performing less commits, especially in PL SQL queries. Yeah, and avoid commit inside the cursor loop. Do not fetch between commits, especially if the data is queried by the cursor is being changed in the current session. Optimize queries to read fewer data and take less time to reduce the risk of consistent hits and rollback failure. Yes, as mentioning here, we need to concentrate not only at database management, we need to concentrate on query tuning as well. Because if you have a nested loops, which is have a consistent commit and nested inserts or looping with inappropriate manner, then there is a lot of chances of slow running, and there is a high level chances of getting over 1,555 errors and logs during the execution. So overcome these things, we need to properly optimize the SQLs, and we need to ensure proper spaces and proper timings for the schedule, etc., etc. So these are some points you can think about scheduling the request or optimizing your PL/SQL blocks, and increase the size of your undo tablespace and send undo tablespace in guarantee mode. Yeah, because there is very less space of undo, then there is a chance of failures. So just enable a guarantee mode so that it will reduce the chances of ORA 1,555 error. And coming to the 13th point, removing credential from cloned EBS production database. So whenever we do refreshes, just ensuring the production password is properly removed. See, we have a lot of decryption functionalities. So in a lower environment, there is a chance of development team also having access. Because if it is a very in very lower environments, so use this decrease concept, they able to retrieve the production password as well. So because to ensure we are properly removing all the password, just removing entire credentials in the cloned database. So this will prevent the retrieval of production credential, which could be used to compromise the security and integrity of the production database. Yes. To achieving this, you can refer this document ID, because there is a huge steps involved to achieving this. You can automate this, and you can do it as a post launch, so that you are able to remove all of your credential details, including seeded passwords. So it is ideal to complete this process as soon as possible, as after the database files have been copied. Ensure before handover to any team, it needs to be done. Yes, before handed over to any team, this steps needs to be complete. So this is what the sequence which we need to follow. Step 1, clear all credentials, re-establish the basic accounts. If you refer this document, you can get the detailed steps how to remove the entire passwords, even the apps password as well. So according to that document, I'm just summarizing the steps. Steps 1, clear all the credentials which is used in production, re-establish the basic accounts, and prepare scripts for setting additional passwords. The new passwords, assigning new passwords to all database users not managed by within EBS, and assign new passwords to all database users managed within EBS, and just ensuring that the host name of external services like mail, SMTP, and printer, SSO, prior to running autoconfig, ensure that autoconfig context file contain new guest password and the new password for Apple Pub users. So these are the steps we need to ensure. Each steps having some huge steps involved, which we can't detail discussing here. So just refer this document ID. It will have your entire step. So if you ensuring this security risk of exposing your production details will not be happens. And EBS should support analyzer bundle menu 2. So here, the purpose of EBS support analyzer are designed by Oracle support to proactively assist with the diagnosing issues and maintaining Oracle application environment. Yeah, as we know, for each issues, we do have several analyzers. what this what is this analyzer bundle menu tool is going to have? It is going to install all the analyzers in our in one place. So it able to be interact so that user so that DBA able to install, and with the help of F&D load you able to set able to install as a request, and you can delegate to the user level itself, so that user also able to access the diagnostics without having apps password. So in case of any SR updates, they able to perform by their own steps. So detailed steps are given in this document. I'm just summarizing what all the steps it's going to have. Convenient way for DBA assistant mean to execute analyzer from a single menu. Yes, as mentioned, in a single menu itself, you can easily use this. Provide some maintenance methodology for obtaining new and updated analyzer. Yeah, you can include if anything new product is come, you're able to update that into your environment. Quickly load and register analyzer as a concurrent programs. Menu option shows analyzer installed as a concurrent program and versions. Ability to remove and uninstall from the menu. See, this is what the analyzer will look like. And it is a Perl script you can easily execute, and you can have this options. And if you want to include any new product, you can able to do that. And you want to uninstall, you can do that as well. So you can, with the help of this, you can able to include or exclude the analyzer details. So this tool is Perl-driven menu system. Provides a menu interface for installing all currently available analyzer. Provides a menu interface for execution the analyzer. Automated option for concurrent program setup analyzer. So as mentioned, it's a menu driven. You can easily interact with the tool. And F&D load individual analyzer, F&D load bulk analyzer by product family, and F&D bulk all analyzer. Yeah, you can do it for individual analyzer, and you can include all the products, and you can set up. So yeah, as mentioned, it is going to give you a menu interface to remove and uninstall. You can choose what needs to be removed. Remove analyzer file from the representative product top. Let's say you have a HR tab or a EAP, you want to add or remove, you can remove that as well. Remove concurrent program entries, drop analyzer database object, uninstall the option for one or all of the analyzer. You can do whatever you want. And there will be a monthly zip file, and you can download and zip. And if you have any update, you can update with this menu itself. So it will be really reduce your times on analyzing requests. And there will be another interesting concept called active data guard and active data guard reports for EBS suites. So here what we are doing is we are going to open a standby database as a read-only database, and we are pointing one of our a node to get the reports from that read-only database. So that is what this active data guard reports will give you the benefit of using the standby database. Only issue is you can't do any DML operations with this databases. You're able to enable few DML you're able to enable F&D concurrent request process. Those tables only updatable, because if you are going to run a report, it needs to be accessed there. So for that access, it is going to give. For that also, you need to perform some steps over here. To successfully perform this, you need to ensure there is a PCP concept as well in your system, so that you can be able to perform this active data guard reports. Instead of integrating reporting systems such as Hyperion, OBIE, custom DB reports with the primary E-Business instance, Active Data Guard removes that overhead by integrating those systems with Active Data Guard instance directly. Yeah, that is what the future it is. And you can refer this document as well, because we can't detailedly discuss about this feature because it have a very last steps. So I'm just giving you an idea. So you can refer this document and you're able to understand how it's really useful. So thanks for all your times. And now we can go for a Q&A sessions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Thank you. Thank you, Gopinath, for a wonderful presentation it was. Audience, it's now Q&A session. If you have any question, please unmute yourself and
Hi, Gopi.
ask it. Yeah.
Hi, Gopi. This is Shivram. I have a question for you. How about the runtime table creation and distributed ready? Could you please explain?
Sorry, can you repeat?
How about the runtime table creation in distributed ready?
Okay, runtime. Runtime tables creation in AD distribution.
Yeah.
For an example, whenever the patch is going to run, there will be FND installed product, installed process table is going to create, right? During this distributed AD, if first node is going to create that runtime table, then what other node will do is it will fork the process and it will wait for that particular table get updated. Once the table get updated, it will release the process and it will keep continue.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks.
Hi Gopi, this is Santosh. Good evening.
Yeah, hi Santosh.
Yeah, Gopi, my question about that concurrent manager log and out directories. Okay.
Okay.
Why we need to configure concurrent manager log and out directories in separate file system? Could you please explain?
Yeah. See, as I'm mentioning, if you have a for efficient file system management, because if you have a same concurrent and log outfile directories in the same shared file system level, then there is a high chance of IO issues. Your request maybe get keep on delay. Sometimes users may say that my request is not request completing faster, but I'm not able to get the log and the out files as quick as possible. Whenever the request is complete, it's not I'm not able to get it from the system in a quicker manner. It is taking some time. Like that, those complaints will start come because it will be in subfolders and there will be huge IO delays will happen. So that is why it's best practice to have a log file, a log and out in a separate file system.
Thank you, Gopi. I understood.
Yeah.
Thanks, Santosh.
Hi Gopi, this is Abhishek here.
Yeah. Yes, Abhishek. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I have one question. I said like Java applet has been replaced by Java Web Start. How is the performance in JWS? Could you please explain?
See, performance point of view, JWS won't give you any negative impact. It is also run like what our traditional NPAP browsers run. It doesn't have any performance impacts. It is such a new features. There is some instead of applet, it is using JRE. And it's performing, it's trying to open a form. That's it. There will be no impact on performance.
Thank you.
Thanks, Abhishek. Hope we all had a great. Sorry.
Sorry, Google. This is Sagai. I have one doubt I need to clarify.
Yeah, please, Sagai. Please go ahead.
Gopi, thank you. Actually, you mentioned about guarantee mode. So, could you please explain about that guarantee mode in undo table, please?
Yeah. See, you have a undo retention time deals, right? If you are mentioning undo retention equal to 900 or some 1800 means undo tablespace is going to keep the committed segments in undo space up to that time. But if any new request comes, it will expire the old committed segments from the undo tablespace. So in real time, what happens is some request needs the old, the committed snap details as well. In that case, what is going to happen? Here there is no guarantee concept. In guarantee concept, it won't remove from the table space. It will keep available inside the table space itself. So what happens is whenever there is a requirement, that segment able to access by the request. It won't expire immediately. That is what the concept. Until the entire program get completes, it won't expire automatically.
Any more question from audience?
Yeah, hi Gokul, this is Biju.
Yeah, hi Biju.
Yeah, hi Gopi, I have one question. Even though we purge concurrent request standard manager data program, it doesn't remove any logs. Could you please explain?
So the question is, even you are running the request, it is not clearing the log and out files, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there will be one patch which you need to run, and also you need to enable the profile option called concurrent collect request statistics. You need to make yes for that profile option. Then you can try. It was going to complete the. It will purge the log and request. Log files and out files.
Oh, okay. Then. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, audience. Thanks for the questions. I hope we all have a great experience by attending this webinar. We really appreciate everyone for joining us. Thank you, Runchis, for organizing such a wonderful session. We're looking forward to meet you all in next event. I finally concluding by saying, stay home, stay safe. Thank you all. We are winding up this session. Thanks for everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Guru.
Thanks, Gobi. Thanks, Gokul.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gokul. Thank you, Gokul. Thank you, Guru.
Thanks, Gopi.